Hello everyone, so here from Starlord. Today I'm going to talk about the spooky season or Halloween. This is going to be my personal selection of video games that I like to play in this season. And this is not a top, it's my personal selection. So well, I will recommend you leave a comment on my channel. Which game do you recommend? Which game do you like to play in the spooky season? And like I say, it's my personal selection. It's not the definitive selection, but well, this is what I choose from 2023. So well, let me start with the number 7. The number 7 is going to be Dead by Daylight. It's a multiplayer or asymmetric multiplayer video game which you need to be a survivor or the killer. So the killer is going to be one person and the survivor is going to be 4. As you play a survivor, you need to play as a team to hide, discover some puzzles, to how to escape and survive the assassination of the killer, definitely. And you got the killer that you need to kill the survivors, hunt them, find them, and make them suffer in some way. And the good part of you got multiple characters for the survivors from all famous movies like from Halloween, Jason movies, or even Resident Evil characters. And the main attraction for sure is going to be the killers because you got all this iconic character from the horror like Jason, the guy from Scream, Halloween, the Xenomorph from Alien, even you got Nemesis from Resident Evil. And that's why I love this game. And of course, if you're going to play with your friends, you're definitely going to enjoy. It's not like Among Us, but it's not imposter. Just play as a team, it's making fun of the night, and sometimes it can be scary, depending on you. So well, that was Dead by Daylight. I would recommend this game for Halloween. Number 6. For number 6, it's going to be Call of Duty. Everybody knows what is Call of Duty. It's a shooter game, explosive, everywhere, all this stuff. Definitely, this is not a horror game, but what happened? Something that Call of Duty does well is the hunting or the Halloween season. It's an event that you're going to Warzone or some multiplayer maps, which they have the decorations for Halloween, technically, and just enjoy the season. You got some rewards to reclaim some skins. Also, they selling some skins from Ash from Evil Dead, which I love. I want to buy it. From Lady Diablo, multiple characters like Skeletor, Spawn, even with the season pass. So definitely, I will recommend this game for the spooky season. And if you want to play with your friends, it's a good time for it. It's not forever. It's so specific for one time in the month. So I will recommend this game for sure. And I like the live events, which they have a hell train, an opening in the Warzone map. They modify some stuff. You need to reclaim some souls for the rewards. So in some way, I will recommend Call of Duty Warzone in this spooky season. So go for it. It's for free, this update, so you can play for free with your friends. It's a good option. So well, now going to the number 5. The number 5 what I have is The Evil Within. If you never hear about this game, it's a horror game, a survival horror made by Shinji Mikami. If you know who is Shinji Mikami, who is the guy or ex-director from Resident Evil franchise onto Resident Evil 4. So definitely you're going to find The Evil Within, the same mechanics as of Resident Evil 4, even a little bit like The Last of Us in hiding, crouching, how they walk. It's more a horrific game. You can find even zombies too, but it's going to be more about monster, ghosts, and dark places around. So definitely, technically, I will recommend this game. I say a lot of technically, sorry guys. But it is what it is. I will recommend this game. You're gonna have a really good time or bad time, depends on how you like. And it's a really good way to play this game. Next game is going to be number 4. Number 4 is a traumatic game for me. I remember when I played this game, and this game is Outlast. Outlast made me nightmares. Jesus Christ, I would recommend Outlast 1 and 2. Both games are really hard and difficult. The most interesting part is a survival horror, but you don't have any weapon. You only have a camera with night vision and that's it. You need to hide and escape from every monster, and everybody who catches you is definitely going to be an insta kill. So it made the game more scary and challenge to play and finish it. Even the high difficulties is like, It's interesting because you need to find batteries for the camera, hide in some spots. And if you play this game by yourself in the night and Jesus Christ, and you yourself alone in home, you're gonna have a really bad time in the good way. So definitely I will recommend Outlast. It's a really great horror game. You're gonna enjoy it. The first one is more a psychological place, Scary 2, and the second is more about call that is gonna be looking for you, but both games is scary. So the number 3, well, everybody like Series B or TV shows, things like that. I will recommend for sure Alan Wake 2. Who doesn't like Alan Wake? If you never played Alan Wake, it was a surprise for me long ago, because when I started playing, it's interesting mechanic with the light. I need to press the enemy to remove their kinda darkness shield to shoot them. It is a survival horror. The first game is split by episodes, and you will enjoy. It's a really great story about this writer. He writes books and monster came to reality, so you need to solve the place in Bright Falls area, and it's going to be scary when you play by yourself, when you're by yourself in the woods. Oof, hard time. I remember playing this game, and I love horror games, but Alan Wake is a really good game for play. Even right now, a few days ago, just came out Alan Wake 2, so I would recommend for sure this game. It's more scary than the first one, and great graphics to play on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation or Xbox Series. So Alan Wake is my third selection, number 3. So now I go on to another one. It's one of my favorites, definitely. It's going to be number 2, Alien Isolation. Hey, who doesn't love Alien? Who doesn't love that franchise? Alien Isolations gave me traumatic feelings, because the most interesting part about this game is the AI, artificial intelligence. Wait, bro, seriously, that xenomorph learns everything what you do. If you hide many times in the same spot, or whatever you do in many ways at the same time, the xenomorph is gonna learn from you. It's too AI intelligence. And the most interesting part is from the xenomorph. Just learn from you everything what you do, what you're going to do. Gonna make you feel really bad time. And so far the story, as I know, is canon with the movies, because it's about Ripley. Actually, Ripley is my main heroic character, I guess, from many situations that I have in my life. She's a badass. But well, it's about Ripley's daughter. She's looking for her mother. Apologies. And just surviving. It's a surviving horror game, and you have weapons, but you cannot kill this xenomorph. So in some way, it's going to be your worst nightmare about these xenomorphs looking for you. And before going to the first selection, of course there are multiple horror games to play, like Little Nightmares. The Last of Us is a survival horror game, but it's not too much horror for me, and maybe it could be in this category or not, but I will definitely recommend. And you got even other games for Amnesia, this guy with a Phasmophobia. You got multiple games, even Silent Hill. But well, this was my personal selection that I personally like to play in the spooky season. So well, now I go into the first one, and the first one is going to be my favorite franchise, Resident Evil. Every time that it's October, I always play Resident Evil. I always play Resident Evil all the year, but for the Halloween season, for sure I will play this game. You can choose any game of Resident Evil because all of them have monster things that going to kill you. It's a survival horror, third or first person. And I would recommend the first Resident Evil remake because it is inside the mansion, zombies and whatever, but I want to talk more about recent days. For the recent days, I will recommend 2 games of Resident Evil, and those are going to be Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8. Why Resident Evil 7? Because the story so far is Ethan Winters. He's looking for his wife. His wife was disappeared, and she just appeared in some calls or video call or a message. I don't remember exactly. And Ethan Winters decided to go to, I think, Louisiana, in some areas of Louisiana, from nowhere, and he just found a baker's house. In this feeling, first person feeling, the darkness, the baker's family that they are really crazy, the monster, the claustrophobic on this inside this house and could not to do too much. It's really hard feeling how you play this game. So definitely I will recommend this game of Resident Evil for the spooky season. And Resident Evil 8, for me, wasn't that too much scary. Of course, has scary feelings around the game, scary moments, for being more exact. But about this game, have vampires, lycans, monsters that represents more the spooky or Halloween season. Even when it's in Romania, kind of Transylvania feelings in this small town, the castle, the house of Beneviento. Jesus Christ, was a trauma in there too. So well, this was my video for spooky or Halloween season. This is my personal selection, it's not a top. Of course, my favorite one all the time is going to be Resident Evil. Everybody has their own selection, so you can recommend or subscribe to my channel and leave a comment of which game do you like or which game do you like more. Like I say, it's my personal selection, it's not the definitive selection because there are a bunch of games, but this video is gonna be more longer. So well, thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel, and enjoy. Have a scary day or scary night with monsters and bad things looking for you. Thanks and subscribe. From Star-Lord. See ya, baby.